Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Division video. And in this video I want to talk to you guys quickly about this week's state of the game. The guys finished their usual stream. It was a bit of a light one this week. They spoke about a few of the core issues as well as something they want to test on the run up to 1.5 in a new PTS. So we're going to recap all the most important things, tell you guys what you need to know in case you missed it. So if you do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions and also let me know your thoughts on the topics. But to begin with, let's start with the exciting news going into 1.5. So we don't have a date for this just yet, but there is going to be another PTS between 1.4 and 1.5 because they want to test something very important. Now do bear in mind at this stage they still don't have a solution for PTS on console. It's unfortunate, I know, but they do still need to test something going into 1.5. What they want to do is they want to test enemy armor damage in PvP. If you guys are familiar with the game, you'll know that the enemy armor damage stat that you get on things like destructive or some of the armor bonuses, that only applies to PvE, i.e. when you're fighting enemies, you know, elites, anything like that. It does not apply to when you're fighting players. So that stat is effectively useless if you have it on your gun. This is precisely why people have different loadouts for PvP and PvE, because if you have a weapon that has, say, destructive on it, then that is one of your 3 talents that is useless in PvP. It also means things like assault rifles that have a natural enemy armor damage bonus are also a little bit kind of redundant in PvP. So they want to test this going into 1.5. It's not guaranteed that this will be implemented in 1.5, but this is precisely why they want to have a PTS. They want to test this to see if it works, how players feel about it, and basically things like that. Now, as mentioned, there's no date for the PTS just yet, but it's also important to realize that enemy armor damage in PvP will not be 1-for-1. So if you have, say, 20 or 30% enemy armor damage, that will not translate directly to, you know, you doing 30% damage to a player's armor. There will be a modifier that will scale it, and that modifier will be server-side, so during the PTS, they will tweak it throughout the process so we can basically test 2 extremes. There'll be, you know, a test where it's super low, so you can kind of like, you know, get a little bit of a benefit. They'll test it where it's really high, so it'll probably be way over the mark, and then ideally they'll settle at a middle point that feels right. Of course, do bear in mind, as they mentioned, it's not confirmed that it will be a 1.5 because if they implement it in the PTS and it just doesn't work, maybe it kind of messes up the whole balance. They might think twice about implementing it, but they do want to test it. So what I will say is if you're on PC and you have any kind of gear or, you know, weapons with enemy armor damage bonuses, hang on to them because when the PTS comes around, you're probably going to want to test those out. But that is something they're looking towards. There is also one thing they said, they didn't actually mention it properly. It was kind of like a little sort of hint that Yannick mentioned something about how, you know, shotguns are also another weapon that has a bonus that doesn't apply in PvP with regards to stagger. Now, they of course didn't say they're going to be testing that in PvP, but the way in which they mentioned it during the live stream hints to the fact that they are of course looking for a solution for that weapon as well, so it's not necessarily, you know, something that has a null and void bonus in PvP. But anyway, for the time being, at some point before 1.5, there will be a PTS and they will test enemy armor damage in PvP. On top of that, they also spoke about some of the main issues, so they are well aware right now of the PvP shotgun issue on consoles especially. They don't have a fix for it just yet, but there is going to be a fix for it in 1.5. They're addressing that then. Also, with regards to the voice chat or the VoIP on consoles and the stuttering, there's also going to be a fix for that, but that is also not coming until 1.5. It's not something they can kind of deal with prior to that because it's going to need a hefty patch. So yeah, there is a fix coming for it. I appreciate there's no timeline just yet, but 1.5... from the way they were kind of speaking about it, doesn't sound like it's going to be too far away because, of course, they do still want to get survival out, right? So 1.5 and survival kind of go hand in hand. So I would imagine we're talking a matter of weeks as opposed to a matter of months. But either way, 1.5 will address that. There is also one additional thing they mentioned, and that is the notion of people using World Tier 2 Clear Sky to farm Phoenix credits. They said they are absolutely fine with it right now. They said, you know, it's not an exploit. They're cool with people to do it. But they did say looking forward, you know, moving into future expansions, Survival 1.5 and whatnot, they may well have to address it with regards to, you know, trying to kind of keep the economy in line. So they said at this current moment in time, they're cool with it. If you want to get loads of Phoenix credit, because of course there's loads of new stuff to buy and loads of things you want to grab, by all means, run World Tier 2 Clear Sky and grab your 100 Phoenix credits. It's a really easy way to farm. I mentioned it in my farming video the other day, but it is something that when they look into the future, probably 1.5, it may well need adjusting. So, you know, fill your boots for now, but do bear in mind that probably won't stick around forever. And that's pretty much it. That's basically all they spoke about during the State of the Game stream. Hamish did kind of make a big emphasis throughout the stream on making sure you follow the stream because, of course, you don't want to miss anything important coming soon in a sort of hinting manner. So basically trying to say that you should probably follow the stream because when they do their special report and talk about survival, you're not going to want to miss it. So yeah, I would imagine they are getting closer to speaking about survival. Hopefully within the next kind of week or two, we'll start hearing something. So as and when we do, I will definitely keep you guys bang up to date. But for the time being, that is it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.